Hey guys, today we're going to learn a song called What We Had by Sody. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce the name, but I could be wrong. Apologies if it's incorrect. Really nice song to learn, some great finger picking that you can do. The song's actually, instrumentation is based around piano, but works really well on guitar as well. We're going to try and do, I was just about to say we're going to try and do this in one take, no faffing around, but a mistake has been made already. Let's look at the introduction. So it's G major. 4 beats per chord for this, for these first 3 chords anyway. E minor, B minor. I know some of you are probably thinking that's a massive chord, but we will talk about different ways of playing it as well. After your D minor, you have a D major and then a D7. So let's talk about that progression one more time through first. So G major, E minor, B minor, D and D7. Now the B minor chord is quite a big chord, especially if you're new to guitar. So let's learn a slightly easier version of a B minor, or at least a variation of it. You could put your first finger on the 2nd fret on the 1st string, your middle finger on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, your ring finger on the 4th fret on the 4th string, and your pinky can tuck underneath there on the 4th fret on the 3rd string. Now if you strum that from the 4th string, you get quite a nice, easier way of playing a B minor rather than that big bar chord version. Both work quite well in this song. Towards the end of our intro we have a D major. Now I wouldn't necessarily play these last 2 chords in their entirety. I would remove what we call the major third. So in our D major, our major third is this note. And we can also remove that for the D7. So instead of getting this, which sounds absolutely fine, you could do this. So I'm basically just not plucking that first string for those chords. Let's recap the intro. So we've got G major, E minor, B minor, D major, D7. And that goes around once for the intro. Now the second section is the verse, and that shares the exact same progression as the introduction, which is very nice because we've already done it. This time it goes around twice though. So to recap, the intro and the verse goes like this. Play it 3 times all together if you want to encompass those 3 sections. So looking at my notes, after that we move on to the pre-chorus. Now the pre-chorus is an E minor, 4 beats, D major, 4 beats also, A7 for 4 beats, and then a C major, 4 beats. So our pre-chorus should sound like this. After we've done the pre-chorus, we're going to do the chorus, which is G major, 8 beats for this chord, D major, A minor, C major, G major for 8 beats, D major, C for the last 2 chords. So to recap without me playing over myself, we've got G major for 8 beats, D major for 8 beats, A minor for 8 beats, and then C major for 8 beats. And that is our chorus. Now, let's skip through this next part. We've got verse 2 after chorus 1. Verse 2 is exactly the same as verse number 1. I will recap it very quick. It's G for 4 beats, E minor for 4 beats, B minor for 4 beats, D major for 2 beats, and D7 for 2 beats. We're then on to pre-chorus number 2, which is exactly the same as pre-chorus 1, E minor, D, A7, and C major. And then we have chorus 2, which you can probably guess is the same as chorus 1. It's G major for 8 beats, D major for 8 beats, A minor for 8 beats, and C major for 8 beats, but you go around the progression twice. Which brings us on to an entirely new section, the bridge, also known sometimes as the middle 8. So the bridge is similar to what we've done already, but we've got a new chord in there. Let's take a look at what we're going to do. So we've got G major for 4 beats, E minor for 4 beats, B minor for 4 beats, D major, and this strange sounding chord, which is an E flat minor. Now that sounded very strange when I played that there, but I assure you it's correct and it will work in the progression. So an E flat minor. We talked earlier about playing a B minor like this. Now that shape is not only nice for the B minor, but it also works quite well when we move it around. And if you move that shape so that you start with your index finger on the 6th fret on the 1st string and make the same shape, we can play an E flat minor instead of a bar chord version. You can also play it in a really stripped back way, which I'm not sure you'd actually even class as an E flat minor. It basically is. So that version would be the 1st fret on the 4th string and the 2nd fret on the 1st string. Now the reason that voicing of this E flat minor might be quite useful is because we're mainly in open position anyway with all these other chords. So we don't necessarily want to be jumping over to kind of the middle part of the fretboard. You can just play it there. Now, conscious that I am waffling on here, so we are going to go through that bridge. We've got G major, E minor, B minor, D major, E flat minor, E minor, D major, A7, and C major. Now, I'll play through that without me talking over myself again, but with some finger picking. So the bridge. Let's take a look at the next section. So we've got chorus number 3. Now, chorus number 3 is, again, exactly the same as the other choruses that we've played. The only difference is that although we play around it twice, the first repetition, or sorry, not even the first repetition, the first run through the progression is a little quieter. Same chords. It's more about the kind of dynamics of the song. Then kind of build up for that second one. Again, pretty much the same as the other choruses, however. The outro to the song. So, the outro. Basically the same as the verse, really. We've got G major for 4 beats, E minor, B minor, D, D7. Repeat that progression. That is basically what we had by Sody. Now, I haven't decided yet where I'm going to put this in the video, but here is a full structured chart of the song. So you don't actually have to listen to me talking at all. You can just look at this. Really useful stuff. I have written down some notes here to help me do this video. Let's have a little look at what I've written. I've put some additional notes. We covered some of them already. The D major and D7 sound good without the major third. We talked about that. What else have I put here? During the chorus, instead of playing 8 beats for the A minor, you could play A minor for 6 beats and then A minor 7 for 2 beats before going on to the C major. That A minor to A7, not A7, A minor 7, sorry. So you've got A minor, take the ring finger off, get an A minor 7, quite a nice chord to play. We've talked about chorus 3 starting a little quieter. Nice to talk about how the dynamics of a song are kind of written, I guess. And during the outro, the first B minor could potentially be a D sus4/B. Now, what on earth is that chord? Is that? So if we play a regular D major, to make that into a D sus4, you can put your pinky onto the 3rd fret on the 1st string, which essentially means you can take off your middle finger. Now, that's a D sus4 if you strum from the 4th string. Now let's take our first finger off as well and replace that with our middle finger so that we have this first finger free. You're going to put this first finger down on the second fret on the fifth string instead, because that is a B note. So essentially what we've got here for our D sus4/B is that. We've got D sus4, add the fifth string in, second fret, and that could replace your B minor. I've tried to make this tutorial mainly focus about how we can play it on the guitar, but I'm sure there's plenty of different ways to play the chords in this song, but this should get you through it nicely. Let me know how you get on. This is the end of my first take of the video, so plenty of mistakes, but anyway, you probably found it okay. I'm going to do the next half of the video now, which is talking about some finger picking. Okay, so some finger picking for these chords. In the verse on the G major, I'm going 6, then 4, then 3 and 2 together, followed by 6. On the E minor, I'm going 6, 4, 3 and 2 together, followed by the open fifth, which leads us on to the B minor, which I'm playing as 5, 4, 3 and 2 together, then 5. Over to the D major, I'm only playing 4, 3 and 2, and the same on the D7. So our verse should sound a little something like this with the finger picking. Now onto the pre-chorus. On the E minor, I'm going 6, 4, 3 and 2, 6. On the D major, I'm going 4, 3, 2 and 1 together, then 4. On the A7, I'm going 5, then 4, then 3 and 2 together, then 5. And then just doing a strum on the C, which create kind of a nice dynamic shift leading into the chorus. So the whole pre-chorus: E minor, D, A7, C. So the chorus is a little different because we have 8 beats to play with per chord rather than pretty much 4 beats. Now I quite like playing it like this. I'm going to have my middle finger on the 3rd fret on the 6th string, which represents my G major. I'm going to go 6 and 3 together. 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. For D major, I'm going to go 4, 3, 2, 4, 3. I'm going to play 2 and 1 together with my middle finger on my left hand off. And once I've played 2 and 1 together, I'm going to hammer back onto that 2nd fret on the 1st string. And then I'm going to play 4, 3, then 2 and 1 together with the pinky on the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Pull back off to that middle finger, play 4 and 3. Now there's a bit more to that D major, I guess, so let's recap it. One more time. The next chord in the chorus is A minor. Now I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to go 5, 4, 3 and 2 together, 5, 3 and 2 together, 5, 3 and 2 together again without my ring finger on. That's that A minor 7 we were talking about. 5th string again. Let's recap that A minor 7. Now on C major, basically the same as the A minor 7, keep it nice and simple. 5, 4, 3 and 2, 5, 3 and 2, 5, 3 and 2, 5. The whole of the chorus. Play around it twice, don't forget. Okay, so let's talk about the bridge section real quickly. I would strip it back, so something like this. Now all I'm really doing there is plucking my way through the chords, kind of picking all the strings together that we talked about before. So for G major it would be 6, 4, 3 and 2 together. Maybe a strum to finish that chord off. Same for E minor. Same for B minor, but root fifth. D major, E flat minor, and just plucking 4 and 1 together. Now into that next progression, I would maybe do a bit more finger picking again, same as what we did in the verse. Or even the pre-chorus, so it's the exact same progression. You've got E minor, D, A7, and C major. So that's basically the finger picking that I'm using for the song. And I'm playing all that sort of stuff to the outro as well. I mean, you don't need me to go through that with you. I'm sure it's literally the same as the intro and the verse. You could do some strumming as well. All I'm doing there for the first 3 chords is going down, 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 up in that rhythm for each chord. For the last 2 chords, just one strum, nice and simple, and it works pretty well. One more time. That will work nicely for the pre-chorus as well, because again we still have 4 beats to play with per chord. The chorus is 8 beats, so we just double it up. And the twice round for the chorus. Still use those hand-ons and pull-offs. Really nice song, again mainly on piano. This is my own interpretation on how to play it on the guitar. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask and I'll try and help you out if I can. Have a good day and see you soon.